Kieran. Did you know that there's 20 letters in the alphabet?
There's 26.
Oh, sorry. You are a cutie. I'll get the D later. What's up, yo? This is TheNekoPastel, and welcome back to the letter.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to hell, your favourite place.
Oh yeah, hell! This is straight up where we are right now. Because we did leave on a cliffhanger, which was a bit awkward. I'm really sorry about that, but why don't we just...
Let's jump right off the cliff head first.
But where did we leave off? In the last episode, Luke did encounter some paranormal activity.
Can you count backwards from 15 to 1 for me?
Oh, fuck off, you wanker. Just help me up.
Turns out that Hannah...
Transmorgified into Takako potato.
So that's just not cool at all. Let's find out where this goes for here, shall we? Let's just get straight into it. We have some journal entries, so why don't we let Kieran have a read at these in his famous narrator voice?
Yeah.
Because why? Fuck not.
I do really love the art.
I see tension. I see huge tension over here. Is there any more after this? No, just these two here, and then there's a few on the 1st of November, I'm sure. Would you like to give these a read, darling?
Oh, I'm just trying to think. Monday, October 31st. I'm sorry.
You asshole.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You're an ass.
I'm sorry. Monday, Halloween.
I hope you get a throat infection.
I love you.
I love you too.
Hello. That's Alan Rickman there. Hello. Luke heard voices coming from the nearby ballroom. When he decided to investigate, he was assaulted by memories not of his own. And at the centre of it all is the same woman who appeared before him the day before.
Of course.
Bumping into Luke after his flight from the ballroom, Johans quickly ushered the paranoid man to his room, while the house's security looked for the trespasser, only to be greeted by a room devoid of Hannah, who was supposed to have arrived with the butler.
Oh, he was mad. Like, being
Butler.
mad. Like, you know that something is wrong when Kieran scares you more than the actual jump scares in this game. Oh, God. Is this a... like, what have we missed? Is there there should be something new here that we've, like, it's far on. Like, what? What ones have we not read yet? We haven't read this one.
Luke with a goon. Tuesday, November 1st, All Saints' Day. Luke Wright woke up to a storm raging outside, and with his whole house eerily quiet. Power was still off, and his butler was nowhere to be found, having been knocked the fuck out by a little Filipino girl. Even when called. Taking his gun with him, he went out to investigate, and in the foyer of his own home... Next page.
Let's see. What's new? Anything new? Yes!
It is the spookiest of booches. Although baffled and disturbed by Hannah's odd behavior, Luke tried to urge Hannah to leave. She flatly refused, and when Luke angrily insisted, it was then that the whole house shifted before his eyes.
So, that's why we're here now.
More fucking be crazy.
Why don't we just...
Now we're in Silent Hill.
Why don't we just get straight into it? Because, like, there's quite clearly some shit going down. Do you want to go ahead first, darling?
Yeah, sure.
I just skipped dialogue.
I was like... Until fucking...
I'll let you read this. Go ahead.
Until there's nothing but silence, her horrid smile and pale hands reaching out to me, calling.
I'll let you do the calling bit one more time.
Calling. Beckoning. Pleading. I'm terrified. I really am, like I should be. But I've never been one to truly stay afraid. I've long learned that fear will not get me anywhere. Cowering in a corner doesn't keep me safe, and it will not keep me alive, not like rage does. I've learned to use this burning hate inside of me to survive. There's no difference now.
Stay away from me!
Why do you wish to leave? This is where you belong, my lord. Remember the blood we share. This is your home. Don't you remember? You promised to return, to stay together with me, with us, with people no different from you.
Don't listen to her, she lies. I promised no such thing to anyone.
She lies.
Lies!
We bought this house
Lies and
weeks ago.
slander.
How should I know what she's babbling about? I never even wanted to be here in
Babbling
the first
about.
place.
Weeks ago? Wasn't it only a few days back?
Terrible case of mistaken identity that must be, I'm quite sure of it. I don't know why this woman, this monster, why would I say that to someone like her? In my entire lifetime, I've only made and kept sincere promises to a mere two people, Hannah Evans and Eleanor Chandler. No one else. The rest of those who claim I've promised anything to them can go fuck themselves. Bloody hell. I may enjoy the company of women, but I'm not an idiot to start spouting such nonsense to anyone. A line must be drawn, especially if I keep myself alive. She still goes on, insists, making me appear like a liar in front of these people.
Of course you still deny it. Have you truly forgotten? You haven't changed, I see. Still a deceiver.
She's lying!
You see, my love, nothing has changed. Still no difference, you and I. Just like the rest of us. Just like every single soul in this putrid wreck. We've waited for so long. You can hear them, yes. Their pleas, their calls, their invitation. Come, my lord. The house seeks its master.
The monster reaches out again. Her hands a gory, abhorrent sight, along with that smile spread across her face. Her body's already moving on instinct, stumbling back one step at a time in a desperate bid to be away from her. Anything to put distance between me and this vile creature. No matter what she says, I am nothing like her. I need to get out of this house. Out of this country, preferably. There's nothing for me here. Not anymore. Nothing to keep tied to this place. With Hannah beyond saving, no longer the same woman I knew, and Shroken lightly taken by this woman, nothing's left to bind me to this wretched city. I can leave. I can... Oh!
Shit!
My footsteps in something, sending me sliding on my back, flat on the floor. Beside me, a paper, a familiar one, floats down.
The
This
letter.
thing again. From the open house. What feels like less a gimmick and more like a threat with recent events. It must have fallen from one of these peasants in the commotion earlier. For a moment they appear conflicted to see it in my hands, but wisely keep their opinions to themselves. Leaving the damn thing to simply bear its grisly message for everyone in the room to see. Help me. Help me. Help me. Is this it? Would have been telling us why everything in my life has gone to shite because of some stupid old letter? An invitation indeed. One I'm not willing to accept. Not any time. From the top of the stairs, the creature moves again, drawing my attention back to her. Her gait remains slow and awkward as she walks forward, that smile never leaving her. I won't give her the chance. I am not dying here. I'm certainly not giving myself to a hideous creature like her either. Adrenaline kicks in, despite panicked gasps and worried glances from Daisy's friends. I pay them no mind as I reach for the main door and, without warning, it slams open, revealing not the mansion grounds like I'm expecting. Before my mind can even comprehend what's happening, black tendrils have already coiled tightly around my limbs, dragging every person into the foyer into the room. None of us can even get to scream when darkness completely envelops us upon the doors closing.
This is like The Grudge. I don't like this.
Understand where your place is now, my love.
Game over.
You belong here. Is it so difficult to grasp? We've been waiting.
Oh god. We're in this room again. Oh, okay.
Oh, you got blood on my photograph, and my globe, and my painting, and my statue.
Oh look, Julius Caesar's eyes is bleeding. Is that Julius Caesar? I don't know.
It's one of the Caesars.
It looks like one of the Caesars.
Oh, you got blood in my quill.
It must be Caesar salad. Probably.
Or Augustus.
Tosha salad. Go ahead.
There's a moment of panic when the feeling of the tremors around my limbs finally dissipates.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. I mean, would you like me to leave you and Mr. Caesar alone for a while?
No, I'd rather be here, thank you.
As soon as my eyes adjust to the darkness of the room and I'm on my feet, I'm reaching for my knife and holding it out, watching, waiting for every movement. Using it as a way to put distance between me and these peasants. Who knows what they'll do now? We're all desperate to get out of this house. There's only 6 of us in this room, 4 of them friends at that. Though Mint has already gone loon, crouched in a corner and muttering to herself, you can't really say anyone's safe from her. If anything, she's the one I should watch out for. I can't trust any of these people not to turn on me. I cannot trust anyone. Not anymore. Not after this. Despite the pleading looks, Lily shoots my way while they all huddle in the corner behind steel and feathers. But I have to remind myself that even people like her are capable of doing the unpleasant. She's only human after all. It's never an excuse. Why? Even Hannah has her cunning, manipulative thoughts. Though she does it much subtler than I. Why else would Lily show this letter to us that day if not to save herself? I guess that backfired on her now, that she and her own friends are also stuck here. Still, I have every right to be livid. Everything. Everything that I've built is falling apart. All because these people came into our lives.
You! All of you!
Oh.
This is all your fault! If I'm dying to this bloody case, I'm taking you all down with me!
Fuck.
Hey now, Mr. Wright. I know the situation ain't good, but we have to calm down. We're all in the same boat here.
You shut your mouth! If it weren't for you, or this letter, for all of you, none of this would have happened! Anna would still be...
Suddenly Daisy steps up and slaps the knife away from my hand.
Don't you dare, Luke! Don't you dare put that blame on us!
Did you not put the blame on Isabella?
Oh, to be fair.
Goddamn hypocrite. Without batting an eye, glaring at me as if she might just rip my head off in this instant. Said knife slides uselessly under the table out of my reach. I should have expected she's not the kind to submit even under threat. Right now, all of us appear smaller, facing her anger. Lash our check, we're the ones trying to do the shaving here, you prick.
And what about your friend over there? Are you saying she is responsible for this mess? For the lives this sorting letter took? Dragging other people into her own problems just so she could save her little sorry self? You think I haven't seen that before? Getting real tired of your double standards, Daisy!
You know this curse is an entirely different issue, Luke. Because, knowing you, I don't doubt that even without that blasted letter, you would have eventually— Rebecca, stop! All of you stop this!
Oh, she's stepping up.
To hear Lily speak out loud, I can't say I'm not surprised. She's always given me the impression of someone so meek from the moment I've met her, either from her experience or her station in life. She's never struck me as someone fitting to be a real estate agent. Until now. Quietly, she puts herself between me and Daisy, cutting whatever scathing words we've yet to hurl at the other. The way she glares at me, it reminds me a little of the way my own mum would look at me. Particularly when I've done something wrong, and it's not a stare she's unused to showing. She's done this before, probably to a younger sibling. If she only sees us now as a pair of squabbling kids and not two mature adults, that's only to be expected. No doubt that's how she sees us. For a long moment, there's only silence in the room. Steel, the big oaf, doesn't even dare break it. Neither does Feathers. with both merely watching us. Bunch of wimps, these men. Not that it matters when Lily starts speaking again, after some of the anger and tension is lifted from the room.
Stop this, please! With or without that damn piece of paper.
A deep breath. An exhale. And she closes her eyes, a crease forming between her eyebrows while she grips her hand tightly in front of her.
We still would have ended up in this mess.
The atmosphere that descends into the room right after that. Admission is anything but pleasant. Can I call it that? An admission. It seems like it from the way her eyes nervously flick between her friends and I. She appears to know more than she lets on, and how she makes herself appear smaller after dropping that bomb on us doesn't quite sit well with me. And patience is something I don't have the luxury of having right now and bestowing on other people. What else does this girl know? What else is she not telling us? Because from the looks of this, even her friends has no idea what she's talking about. Unwilling to wait, I grab her arm before she retreats without explanation, waving the letter still in my hand in front of her.
Ow! Sir, you're hurting me!
Hey, hands off her, right? Fuck off, Feathers. I have questions for your friend, and she better have the answers.
Luke, will you stop taking it out on every single person?
Your friend is hiding something, Daisy.
She struggles for a moment, but my hold eventually forces her to look up at me. Fear and uncertainty spread across her features, especially when her eyes land on that damn paper. As much as I want to be considerate right now, I want answers.
What do you mean, Lily?
I'm not sure about it.
Don't give me that, you know something!
Ow! Please, sir. I know the paper's useless, okay?
The mention of the letter, all of a sudden, Mint stands. I've almost forgotten she's here, her ramblings having faded away in the shouting. Without warning, she snatches the paper out of my hand. It's a miracle it didn't rip right there and there. But the way she glares at it, I think she may want to do exactly that.
We should have gotten rid of this thing! We should have burned it at the first opportunity we got!
No, even if we rip it to shreds, it won't do anything. I think...
You don't know what I've seen, Santos. There were children! Victims! All because they had no idea what this thing will do
Well,
to
I mean,
them!
what Isabella's seen is just as fucked up, let's be honest.
Oh god, those poor souls! They were screaming and begging before she...
Then what about those people they mentioned in the news lately? All those who died? My coworkers? The open house clients?
Mm-hmm.
None of them had seen it. Even Rose. And yet they're all dead. I should know. That letter has been with me since I picked it up. And I swear I didn't make copies of this thing. Even if I wanted to save myself, I wouldn't do that to my friends.
As soon as you walk in the house then, I guess?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what the trip to BRC was for?
Yes, I'm sorry. I couldn't tell you guys until I was certain. None of you believed me the first time. I had to find
And to
proof.
think we brought that, father, what's his face, into the house. He's
Yeah.
fucked too.
Oh, that's probably how he was like, demons!
Aye.
And yet we're all here! Are you taking me for a fool, Lily?
I have to go with whiskey on this. Who knows how many has already seen this before you found
We
it?
probably should have just went to see that therapist, and then then we wouldn't have had to bring anyone else to the mansion. Let's be honest.
This cursed thing has to go!
We would have ended up here either way. Maybe? I really don't know. Sir, please. All I know is that paper isn't the reason why all of this is happening.
It's because you bought a house.
This place.
Steele has been quiet this entire time. The sound of him talking, whether whispered as it is, still manages to catch all of us off guard. We all pause, turning to him with, likely, the same questions in our eyes.
What?
Oh, I just thought. I mean, it's a straight thought. Don't take my word.
It was
for
quite
it.
like, it was like, this place. The fuck you say?
No, it might be something. What about this place, Zach?
We gotta burn this motherfucker to the ground! There's still a moment where he hesitates, but Lily's urging eventually spurs him into speaking. I love how he's not got a single name right.
I
Aye.
was just thinking, maybe Ash is right for why you went here. This is where Bella found that thing, right? And then this.
It was just a hunch, Zach. we were not getting anywhere. But just because we went here doesn't mean we will find all the answers we need here. Hell, now we're stuck here.
Regardless, Steele pauses. Allows Lily to remember.
Yawn is contagious.
Double yawn. Soon enough, whatever it is dawns on her, and her face lights up. Something like hope? Of all things? In this nightmare? Hope? Her head snaps back up and she reaches for Steele's arm to give it a squeeze. A reassurance? Or a confirmation? The meaning is lost even to Daisy, who glances at them baffled.
Belle, what are you...
Becca, it's this place. Think about it.
What? You mean, like, burn this...
Yeah.
I still think we should get rid of this letter before we start thinking of destroying a place with some historical
I knew she would
value.
hit it with something like that.
What? No.
You are not burning my fucking house!
We are not burning a multi-million-pound mansion, you peasant! I just spent a fortune
Hannah,
on this.
you ain't got a fucking pen at your name, fuckboy.
Bloody fucking hell! Not only do I have trespassers on my property, but they're also arsonists!
Arsonists! You ask me, this is arson. You're all arson about. How dare they suggest something like that? Bloody peasants.
Love it.
My head's already aching. I was gonna I was gonna keep this. Like, my head's bloody aching. Just listening to them. Do you think this is the solution they can come up with? I should have just stabbed all of them, made a run for it.
He's fucking mad. He's raving.
It doesn't help that with each second we spend talking here, the crazier this whole place gets.
Oh.
The voices have become louder and somehow sounding more vicious. If the things in this room start floating, mark my words, I will fucking flip out. And they may be thinking of it right now, but eventually, they'll turn on me. Such is the nature of humans. Better find a way out of this place as soon as possible if I want to stay alive. Fuck, I still have so much to do. None of our choices seem sound, but who knows? We don't understand a shit about this place. Might as well try everything, yeah? Whatever works. If I also have to be the one to make that bloody decision, so be it. Less room for errors, with all the sane one doing the thinking. On the off chance unless I'm wrong, well, they suggested it. We gotta burn shit! Oh!
We got a choice.
We got to burn all of the things.
Oh god. I decide to burn the letter, burn the mansion. Let's think about this, okay?
Set the house on fire and burn it.
Well, the thing is that not everyone set their eyes on the letter.
Oh, because like they Waynes that died. Poor Rose never saw the letter, instantly died. They three Waynes that came in literally as a dare, that was their first time ever setting foot in the house.
Was it no them that made the letter? No, it wasn't them that made the letter. For some reason I thought that.
I think it might. I think it was them like messing about or something. But I remember like that was their first time up. Man, that in your ear is very distracting.
Aye, it is.
But I think it's no the letter.
It's the mansion itself that's cursed.
Like it's all these evil things of it. Evil motherfucking mansion.
Like I feel like this house is responsible for storing so many like negative
malignancies,
like presences. You know what I mean? Many different. I had a word on my tongue, but I forgot what it was. Entities. There's many entities like within the mansion.
Mentities.
Mentities.
Men. I just like the fact. I just like, Luke, are you here, my prince? You're just sitting there holding like a lighter, like. We're burning it down, Hannah! I
say we burned in the mansion, honestly, because...
Burn in the mansion?
If we burn the letter, it's not going to fix
arson.
anything. Arson is the way. I hope I haven't
I'm going to regret
up.
this, I will. With these cries growing louder, this has become the easiest decision I've ever made. I'm getting tired of hearing her sobbing, really. It's just irritating. Isn't she getting tired of it? Besides, someone has to act fast. Think fast. And what else is the root cause of our problems with this place where the letter was found? Don't need to make things more complicated. It started here. Why won't it end here? If what Lily said is true, then there's all the more reason to destroy it. Put an end to this madness before someone thinks of putting the blasted place up in the market. When I get out of this place, I swear I'm suing a bunch of people. Run that estate company to the ground if need be. We spent millions, damn it! Millions! With a sigh and perhaps a heavy heart, I opened the drawers in my study table. A convenient flamethrower is there. Taking a bottle of liquor out for myself, then passing it on to every occupant in the room. They accept it, but not a look of protest, and a confused glance my way. But I shut them all up, so maybe I've done something good. Even more when I pop the cork off the bottle and pour its contents on the floor.
Well, what are you simpletons waiting for?
We waste no time dousing the whole room, the smell of alcohol filling the air. If I didn't know any better, I'd say they're more than eager to set this whole place on fire. The blaze catches easily in this room when I set it alight, using the blasted paper as kindling. Or did you burn the letter anyway?
So I guess we're killing two birds with one stone. Okay.
With the whole place drenched with white. Wine isn't flammable, is it?
One flaw.
I don't know, amazing. You're like, the time has come, evil spirit. I banish you.
Hang on.
Alcohol under 40%. You need vodka higher.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not flammable.
I cast thee into the fires of hell. And just throw it, and she's like, "That's wine, you fucking idiot." And you see like Takako like, "Baka,"
shaking her head.
Just grabs your face, "Baka."
Mada.
Oh, it just turns into Genji. Hannah, are you alright? Just grabs the javelin. Ryujin no Kenmukura! With the whole place surrounded by normal matter, things I've got like I've been hiding from Hannah, the small fire turns into an inferno.
Aye, sure,
In a
John.
matter of seconds, we're out of the door. And into the kitchen. God damn it, we can't get out, we're going to burn it down. It doesn't lead to exactly what I'm hoping it will. Although, ending up in the kitchen does give us more reason to play like a bunch of pyromaniacs. Fishing the liquor stocks from the cupboards, we also do the same thing we've done to the study. Door after door, in every room we pass. Pouring bottle after bottle of expensive aged liquor, which would not burn, and setting it on fire, only leaving with the blaze has started in earnest.
Oh God.
When we run out of liquor, we simply drop the bottle and take one of the many nooks I've stashed one. I like how, like, every time they run out of booze, we're out of booze, just like reaches behind one of the paintings. It's like, it's a miracle Hannah has not got you drinking at some point.
Aye, she'd be mad.
And when there's no lack of it in here, the hard stuff, the short and the watered down kind, gifts to my distant relatives, friends, so-called friends, you name it, I've made sure there's always one within reach.
How many of these things do you keep in
Fuck.
this house?
I always have a few bottles in the bedroom, you know, the parlour and the dining
The toilet, the garden, the staples in Hannah's dress, a strap to her leg sometimes, the foyer, under the carpet in the foyer. I keep one in Johan's pocket, and I keep one in his dress. What was the question?
You have problems, man.
Well, isn't this...
Oh, that was the best, like, fuck you, man! Oh, I'm sorry, let me put on my alcohol, but he's like, no, look, I'm sorry, no, put it back! Fine, we're not going, let's fucking light hopes and dreams on fire.
I love it.
Honor, who called me out of this numerous times before, telling me the same thing. I've always told her she doesn't know the half of it, before completely dismissing her concerns. Arsehole as I am. Worry about that woman. It turns out it'll be useful now. Might have had a couple of drinks. Not to drown out my sorrows, but for this. Wonder of wonders. Now I suppose I can now say it's also saved my life.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no time for introspection. Ooh, stick that one, that's a fancy word.
Oh, okay.
Because with each room we pass and burn, this place also becomes easier to navigate. Because everything's not on fucking fire! And as if it's slowly righting itself. Or it's dying. Returning what it's supposed to be.
I'm scared. That was a long pause.
Yeah. Soon we finally find ourselves standing before the main door. The strong odour of burning wood, cloth and varnish alike wafts from under the doors of the rooms we've previously torched, slowly filling the hall with a thick black smoke. The blaze has only started in earnest in every part of the house. I can already feel the heat seeping from the rooms I've set aflame. In a matter of minutes, flames will engulf the whole house. Fittingly, that is when she appears again before us. What the fuck? She just like appears like 3 centimeters. What did you do? What I don't know what that voice was there. So, watching us from the top of the stairs, while her world goes up in flames around her. However, what catches my eye is that expression on her face. Not the vile smile I've already grown accustomed to, or the one where her eyes gleam with complete hatred. This one? Forlorn is the only one I can think to describe it. Oh no, she's sad!
Please, help me. Help me, please.
Can the dead still feel? Can she hear us? Or is that merely another one of her tricks to trap us in this nightmare? Like this, however, she seems almost like the woman she used to be. I have to remind myself that she's no longer Hannah. The woman I loved is gone. And who stands before me is nothing but a pale imitation of who she used to be.
I feel like if our affection between the two of them was raised even further,
You're gonna be like, Hannah, no!
Luke would have ran straight back to her.
Hannah, no!
I know it.
And I don't waste any time pondering over it. Not with the exit just a few steps away. The door's finally open, and through it I can glimpse the world outside. Safety. However, I do turn, if only to see the last of her. A farewell, more than anything. For all her attempts to lure me, draw me in, her wishes to be with me, she does not stop me when I finally run from this horrid place. Quietly, she disappears.
Wow.
Watching a multi-million-pound house burn before me. For some reason, nothing about this bothers me. Maybe it's that one last look on her face that has changed it. Maybe it's what I've seen and heard inside. There's only a calm, a stillness. The same hush that comes after a terrible storm has swept the countryside. And with it is the sight of the sun rising above the horizon. Ever so slowly, the sky begins to lighten before my eyes. Darkness giving way to the warm morning hues, soft rays spilling over the vast expanse of Luxbourne's countryside. Nearby, the trees sway and rustle with the breeze. A passing draught that carries even at this room from outside, cold enough to make me shiver. The remains of a storm that had passed. At the distance, I can hear the soft chirping of birds, while the rest of the world stirs, wakes. Dawn at last. We are free.
Epilogue.
Like the flames that engulfed the mansion that night, whispers quickly spread across Luxbourne City after the incident. Officers who investigate it simply deemed it an unfortunate accident, resulting in the deaths of innocent lives. Regardless of the truth, Luke Wright files criminal charges against Briar Realty Corporation after, for undisclosed reasons to the public, forcing the latter to declare bankruptcy. A move that has merely stoked the rumours further. But, for those who still believe in the stories of the old and those who know the truth, it is but a testament to the curse and the secrets of the Ermengarde mansion has hidden for centuries. If there will come a time when those will finally be revealed, only the ashes of the now ruined mansion know. However, on nights when the wind howls and thunder booms across the sky, some still claim hearing of voices where it once stood, of cries and wails that fill the night and desperate calls for help for anyone who dares listen. As for those who once tread its halls, although Luke Wright has won his legal battle with Briar Realty Corporation, another tech leak places him and Wright Enterprises under the spotlight months later. This time, however, with the then Chief Inspector Harvey Lee's sudden absence, the businessman isn't able to escape close scrutiny. In an investigation headed by LPD's Detective Inspector Ashton Frey, all of Wright Enterprises' illegal business dealings within the past 10 years come to light. Although his involvement with other crimes is still being investigated, the disclosure has caused a huge outcry, especially from the city's business sector.
Clear my throat, sorry.
Sued on multiple grounds, the company is ultimately forced to shut down.
Can't believe that.
Meanwhile, to avoid public outrage, the once affluent businessman immediately leaves the city. All of his bank accounts have been emptied, including his Luxbourne apartments, leaving not a single trace or clue where he might be hiding. The last anyone has seen of the man was on a flight bound for Ireland. Till this day, no one has heard from him. Even as people from the Albright Enterprise have all been left to deal with the aftermath. Though, over the past few months after the situation has calmed, some have made claims of finding him spotting him flitting in and out of the city. If only to check on those he has left behind. Months after her recovery, Marianne McCulloch heads back to her homeland, ready to close a chapter of a past she has left hanging for so long. There, she visits Lorraine's grave, asking for forgiveness from the girl she once loved, something she's intentionally avoided for years. In spite of this, a different regret still clings to her, one that has been left by what she has witnessed inside the Ermengarde mansion. She never returns to Luxbourne after, leaving her interior design company in the hands of her secretary instead. But with her absence, the business eventually declines until they are forced to shut.
Fucking hell.
Unexpectedly, she turns to music years later, hoping it'll someday drown out the voices and the gruesome memories still lingering in her head. By some stroke of luck, or an unfortunate circumstance of fate, Marianne encounters Luke Wright once again, almost a year after she returned home. She meets the man in the local marketplace, newly settled, fumbling and confused. Although her opinion of him remains ambivalent at best, she reluctantly offers help, especially after seeing him stumble on his Gaelic more times than she deems acceptable, and it becomes a start. Not to a close friendship by any means, but perhaps something akin to it. And on better days, when vitriol and scathing words don't get in the way, there is only the pleasant companionship one offers to the other. A casual visit to the other's home, sharing a bottle of wine or two, and simply talking about anything under the sun. A comfort after their mutual loss. Something they both eventually learn to appreciate with time.
Oh, Zach!
With help from family and friends, Zachary Steele is soon able to open a photography studio of his own. Something he has only dreamed of having as a child. Although he still hopes to get him back to making indie films someday, client work and small projects has kept him mostly busy. Hectic as it may be, he can only be glad for the amount of work pouring in. It has made moving on from the incident in the Ermengarde mansion easier, if not faster. But while there are still nightmares, with support from his family, his doctor, his own drive, the dark images have finally turned into pleasant dreams. He's aware he won't ever truly forget, but he's no longer running away. At times, when he's not busy or after a hard day's work, he thinks there's another story for the big screen to be told in that. An idea he may soon turn into reality once his time affords it. In the months that follow, Rebecca Gales becomes a prominent researcher within Luxbourne's major academic circles, especially after writing what she had discovered about Anselm Village and the Ermengarde mansion. With help from Professor Andrew Clark, she is soon able to secure funding to continue her research, presenting her findings yearly at local and international symposiums. Now at the tail end of her current study, she hopes to publish her first book, correcting all inaccuracies in the city's current history.
Wow.
So people will know the real story.
Yeah.
A move supported by both colleagues, students and friends alike. Though she knows she still has a long way to go before she can begin to change people's minds about it, Professor Clark has warned her as much. She perseveres. Doing it not for herself, but for the sake of a history the future generation must never forget. No matter how disturbing her experience with the curse may have been, she remains the worrywart she has always been. Even after what she has seen, she continues to fret over people she cares about, sometimes much to their frustration or embarrassment. But if there's one thing that has shifted, It's her relationship with the people in their little group, particularly with Zachary Steele.
Oh.
In fact, on numerous occasions, she's been spotted dropping by his new studio, bringing the man food on days when he's swamped with work. Oh.
Ah. I hope everyone has a happy ending. I can't believe that Hannah's not there though. So, continue.
Yeah. They also seem to have grown more comfortable around each other than before.
That's good.
Yeah. Maybe it's born out of their shared experience. Or maybe the way they see each other has simply changed naturally due to the years they've known each other. Regardless of the whys, it's a change the man welcomes and appreciates. In turn, he strives to return her kind gestures whenever he can. For all the horrors they've seen, who would have thought something good will come of it? Things have inevitably become strained between Ashton Frey and Rebecca Gales in the months following their confession. And with their lives getting busier, the two have eventually drifted apart.
Oh god.
Although neither talks about it, and the teacher still strives to forget an old love, it's clear on Rebecca that are still feelings she couldn't let go of. If anything, however, this has only made it obvious how much has changed between them, and how much she had clung to the idea of Ashton from their younger days, the one who may not have been there in the first place. Merely an idea for a starry-eyed young girl. But if there will be a time she will be able to accept this, to move on from the hurt and repair an old friendship that has fallen to ruin, only she knows.
Oh. Look.
Amidst her struggles, Rebecca finds an unlikely companion in Look Right. While he avoids the city like a plague nowadays after losing both Saz's company and Hannah, he manages to drop by from time to time. Mostly to check on his goddaughter, Kylie Suarez, though the man still won't admit it when asked. Rebecca still regards the man as insufferable, and she doubts it'll ever change. But after all she has seen, much as she denies it, she now considers his presence the closest thing she has to comfort. A similar sentiment for the former businessman seems to hold, even confiding in the woman of his problems, petty or otherwise. Their friendship may be awkward at best, but with the grim reality of death having once shadowed over the two of them, it's something they eventually grow fond of in time.
Hello, Isabella.
With her newfound courage, Isabella Santos finally chooses to pursue what she really wants for herself. Having made enough to keep her family afloat for a few years, and with their blessing, she quits her job at Briar Realty Corporation and takes the scholarship offer from the local university. Though remarkably out of practice and unsure she'll ever be able to keep up by the time she returns to university, she finds her feet soon enough with help from people close to her. And with her confidence and her skills growing, so do the number of people recognising her and her work. It doesn't take long for several award-winning bodies to take notice of her.
Oh wow.
For all her accomplishments, however, she's never truly forgotten what happened at the Ermengarde mansion. The images still remain in her, and on particularly unpleasant nights, terrors still continue to visit her dreams. She knows they won't ever disappear from her life. It has become a part of her in the same way death is permanently taken from her. However, she is no longer afraid. And with a brave face, she carries on, earnestly wishing that someday she'll be able to paint brighter, more vivid thoughts on her canvas. An honest portrayal of life and hope amidst the fear. Shortly after accepting the scholarship grant from Luxbourne University, Isabella moves from Salem Mill residences in favour of staying in a dorm closer to her campus. Although Rebecca Gale is quick to offer assistance on the move, she does admit she will be missing her neighbour of more than 5 years. When all is said and done, she's become fonder of the girl over the years, and with their shared experience over the curse, they have grown closer.
I'm really glad for that, actually.
Isabella leaves with a promise to visit every once in a while. And even though she still jokingly complains about Rebecca's bossy attitude, she confesses that she also misses the woman's fussing. After all, in a place miles away from her real family, Rebecca is the closest thing she has to a sister. Zach, yeah!
Oh!
More than a year later, everything in their respective lives having settled, Zachary Steele and Isabella Santos finally hold their first exhibit together. A project that's been in the making for almost 2 years, after the photographer casually brought it up to the other artist. While merely intended as a small event, it had been surprisingly attended by several members of Luxborn's upper class and art enthusiasts. Although only a few of the pieces have been meant for sale, the show has brought prominence to Zachary and Isabella's names in the city's art scene. This has been followed by several other exhibits by the two, both in and out of the city. Currently, they are planning to hold their first show overseas.
Wow.
Yet, even with this unexpected, overwhelming fame, friendship between the two has remained strong.
That's amazing.
Theirs, after all, is a bond that goes beyond being mere partners on a small project. He's her family, as much as she is his. Following his success in bringing the Luxborn firm case to a close, Ashton Frey receives a recommendation for transfer to Luxborn's lead agency against organised crimes. An endorsement eagerly backed by the newly appointed successor to the late Chief Inspector Lee, Abigail Harris. Knowing he'll have more resources, leeway and a bigger chance at ultimately bringing Luke Wright to justice, Ashton Frey accepts. He still warns the people close to him about Wright and his associates, but only a friendly reminder now, more than anything.
He is hellbent.
Yeah. Though he does worry, he believes they're wise enough to know what they're doing and trusts their judgment. For now, he's ready to leave the evidence and the law to speak for itself, and take care of the man once the proper time comes. Nowadays, police work and operations keep him busy. Something taking him away from the city he grew up for his days on end. He grew up in for days on end. A rare thing for him to enjoy once upon a time, yet this time he never loses his drive. Simply growing more determined after having finally found a clear purpose close to the rush and excitement he dreamed of as a child. Although Ashton still keeps mum about specific details of his work, his experience with the curse has slowly taught him how to open up. Especially to those he knows that genuinely care for him. He still has a long way to go, he knows that, but for the sake of the people who are still with him, those who have chosen to stay, he hopes there will come a day when he no longer has to hide behind his own lies. A day when he is no longer afraid of facing the truth in his own words. On his days off, Ashton is usually seen loitering around Zachary Steele's studio, either to help him out of one of his pet projects or exasperating the other man's on purpose. Either or. It's mostly the latter. At certain times he'll volunteer to model for one of Zach's projects, in spite of the photographer's reassurances that it's not needed. Regardless, Ashton insists, before complaining how meticulous the whole process is hours later, much to Zach's utter amusement.
Amazing.
Though sometimes they may get into small, trivial arguments, things have stayed cordial between the two.
That's good to hear.
Yeah. If anything, the ordeal they've gone through has merely strengthened a friendship the detective didn't expect to find in anyone.
Oh look!
Oh, she's all pissed.
Cindery.
Yeah. Between the lingering trauma and their measly attempts at normalcy, it takes a few months for the awkwardness to finally lift for both Ashton Frey and Isabella Santos. Of several weeks of trying to find their voice and to remember how to act around each other despite enduring affections. But once the unease fades, there's only the usual banter and report to fall back on, the casual talk and friendly jibes. And for the both of them, it's easy. Like breathing. Like coming home after another journey. A comfort in spite of the things they have gone through. Their days may be filled with petty arguments and light teasing, but in the aftermath, when all has been said and done, something constant has already been forged between them. A quiet, steadfast thing they can hold on to as long as they both carry on.
Oh, fucking hell. That's it. That's us completed the letter.
I didn't let you speak, I'm so sorry.
No, don't worry about it, it's fine, you done amazing. I could cry. Fuck. And you know what? That's actually a really decent ending despite the fact that Hannah wasn't there, you know that? I'm actually crying. Oh my
How long
god.
have we been playing this game for?
Since last July? Was it July?
Like a year?
July?
It was like June, July, wasn't it?
June, July, I think we started. I'm obviously going to put that up on the screen. But wow. It's almost a year we've been playing this. Obviously we've had like, what's the term I'm looking for? We've had our hiatuses and things like that, but here we are. And obviously we've not completed this game 100% because this game has so many possible outcomes.
Which is why we always try and say, like, play it for yourself, because, like, let's address the elephant in the room. The ending that we have gotten is not the ending that you may have wanted, but at the same time, that isn't your story. This is the story that Neko and I have made.
Yeah.
The best way to make your story is to buy the game for yourself and make the choices that maybe you were angry at us because we didn't do.
This could have turned out a little better, but in all honesty, you know what? You have the chance to make it better. You know what I mean?
I feel like it wasn't perfect.
It wasn't perfect.
But there were some things I was a bit unhappy with, like Hannah didn't make it.
There was flaws in the ending we wanted.
Like, not everyone survived, but like see, as far as a ghost story, I think it was a good enough. I think it was a great ending for us. Like, some friendships kind of faltered, unfortunately. Some get a lot stronger, but and at the end of the day, it was a happy ending.
Yeah. But wow, I'm obviously gonna give this game a go and just do as many things as I can, like off camera, or maybe I might do some later streams to get like a more perfect ending, because you know what, I would love that.
Aye.
The only thing that I hate the fact that we never saved Hannah. You know what I mean? Like, the goal of this Let's Play was to try and save as many people as possible, but what can you do?
Some of the best ghost stories are the ones that have a more bittersweet ending, though.
You know what? That is very true. That's the song that Marianne was singing in the bar. Such a nice song. Can we give one more hand for the soundtrack, actually?
Everybody just...
Everything, the art, the soundtrack, everything, the devs have done like such an amazing job on this.
Oh, I'm a Neko.
Wait, where? Oh, what'd you know?
You never told me you worked on this game.
I had no clue. But, oh no, wow.
Thank you so much, Yangyang Mobile, for making this game.
Thank you. It's amazing. This is truly a gem in the series of games that we've done so far in this channel. And I'll never forget this, really.
Yeah.
This is truly something to be remembered.
One of the best ghost stories I will remember. Like, it kind of reminds me of like the great like creepypastas and kind of like the horror. Even like see the old horror tales and stuff like that. I will remember this.
Ah, look, it's people saying thank you for giving them the opportunity. I love it. So many familiar names.
Let's go with the letter page too.
Fingers crossed for a second letter game. I know that Yangyang Mobile are working on a next game, which is Love Esquire, which I would love to play on the channel.
Which I have sent audition in for.
Oh so yeah, because they were looking for voice acting auditions, so fingers crossed that Kieran gets that.
Yangyang Mobile.
Yangyang Mobile. One more round of applause for them. Ellipsis.
Where are you, Tio?
We just gave you applause. How the fuck did you...
Wait, what?
Tio, please. She's here. She's still here, Tio. Help me.
What the fuck? No, don't you fucking... No! No. How could you fucking do that? Oh, no fucking way. We didn't save... Oh, no. Dear you, if you're reading this, This means that you've finished playing the game in one way or another, and we thank you for the time you spent playing the letter. This game is our passion project more than anything, and we sincerely hope you delivered in bringing you a one-of-a-kind visual novel experience. The letter is, hopefully, the first of many visual novels coming from us. If you like what we did with this game and would like to support us, please consider donating to our Patreon account. You can also follow us on social media to get the latest updates. Our usual handle is Yangyang Mobile. Thank you so much for everything. Let's talk soon. Love, Yangyang Mobile team. Well then. I'm in shock, honestly. Was that another possible outcome?
You bastard! Shown us the good end of the lick.
I fucking screamed. I screamed at my screen.
Kylie.
Oh. If we just fucked Kylie over? Like, did Hannah snap her neck?
Mm-hmm. She was like...
I can't. Oh. Press enter. Oh, we need to click. What? What the fuck?
The pastel thing killed Kylie. Oh.
What the fuck?
My heart, my soul.
Oh, that has broken me. Okay, so that's it, everyone.
Fuck this game.
This is the letter visual novel. You can get it on Steam. I recommend everyone to get this game because it's fantastic.
Save Kylie, we failed.
Save Kylie. Do what we didn't. Save Hannah and Kylie. Get the better ending.
Why do we sound like victims of the cousin? We're like, we failed. Do what we did.
Well, we did. We
Save
did fail.
her.
Do the better ending. Get this game. Support Yangyang Mobile because they deserve it. They deserve everything for the hard work that they've put into this game. It's incredible. So please.
You're the bastard for killing Kylie, though.
That was our fault, though.
I blame them. They animated it.
There's a chance that might not have happened.
They animated it.
Oh, but yeah. Shall we just leave that here?
Oh my god. Oh, the game is finished.
Yeah, that's it.
Man, that was... I've never been so high and then immediately so low.
I know. Fucking hell.
Oh, I am Kieran. Thanks for joining TheNekoPastel and memes and dreams.
Thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this Let's Play, and we'll see you
Can't
in the
believe
next
you
one.
killed Kylie! So pissed!
I would usually say roll the credits by now, or enjoy the credits, but they're already done. Fuck. I guess... just...
No!